welcome to my channel, Unity151. My name is Joe. I talk and review sci-fi, military sci-fi and space opera books. Today's book is Alien Firestorm, Book 2 in the Fire and Rust series by Anthony James, non-spoiler review. Please like, comment, subscribe. I like to do 5 categories of things that I like, and then I give them out of 5 of the topics that I like. Story and world building, characters, battles, technology and machines of war, aliens and or who the enemy are. This will be non-spoilers and I'll do my best to not spoil what I can while giving them the rating or whatever. And yeah, so I'm going to read the blurb at the back and then we'll go from there basically. If you want to be spoiled and spoiled up, there should be a link. I think it's on my left when I'm on the video, or I can't remember, left. There's going to be, I don't know, there's going to be a link. Go watch that video, watch this video, watch that video as well. All good. Please like, because likes, I need the likes to help do the YouTube thing or whatever. That's what I see everyone else talk about. Anyway, so let's talk about the blurb. Humanity has made peace with the Frangrin aliens, and now it turns out the dogs were never the real threat. The Raggers have come, and they're the dredge of the universe, and the Unity League is about to find out. An unprovoked Ragger incendiary attack on the human city of Satara kills millions. Not everyone dies. Lieutenant Tanner Conway and a few of his squad survive the flames. And does Captain Jake Griffin, his spaceship Starburner, brought down by the enemy fire. The survivors want payback, but it's hard to beat an alien attack fleet when you're stuck in the middle of a burning city. The Ragger spaceship are still in orbit and threaten the rest of the planet with the same fate. Someone has to stop them. The Starburner has a massive nuke in its hull. Conway and Griffin think they can put the bomb in good use, but the spaceship won't fly and the enemy have their own interests in the wreckage. A plan to bring the bomb to an aliens has unintended consequences and far-reaches effects. Not finished. The fight will take Conway and Griffin from the burnt-out city to a spaceship with capabilities beyond reckoning. They will face unimaginable horrors and a foe that has no regard for life. Terrible. Every contest has a prize, and this one is no different. Victory against the Raggers fleet will save billions from death and set back the enemy ambitions in the part of the Unity League territory. It's going to take Griffin, skills, guts, and a lot of dead aliens before it happens. Oh, do you know what? I love this book. It was so good. The first one was amazing. I read ages ago. It's like one of the first I keep looking at the screen. It's like one of the first books I did a review on. Maybe the second book. I can't remember. I loved it. It took ages to get around to reading this, but I'm so glad I did. No, it's a good book. Straight from the get-go, buy it. And if you want to watch the link to the very first videos I ever done, somewhere, I keep forgetting. I think the link's that side. I think the link's that side. The picture's that side, I think. Go watch them, see how bad they are. I mean, these are no better, but I like to think these are better anyway. Right, let's get on with it. So with the blurb, this book was just close quarters fighting mostly. You had some good space battles, mostly just close quarters, killing, aliens, death, destruction all over the place. I'm itching for the third one. I bought the third one. I bought the fourth one because in anticipation. Oh, I had to think about that word. So it's good. It's really, really good. This review, I'm not going to spoil about the book, but I am going to talk about like you've watched the first book. So if you haven't, go click that, then come back. But I'm not going to spoil the first book. I'm not really going to touch on it, but I am going to talk like you know them anyway. Whatever way, let's push on. Story and world building. Basically, Unity League are, just so you know, I didn't get Unity151 from this. Just, anyway, Unity League, they, after fighting the Frangrin in the first book and the first war, how long that's been going on for, they've been taking things easier, like, they're sort of sorting themselves out, because even though, well, I mean, they was losing to the Frangrin, even though they was, having a good fight, they was losing. And it basically turns out that like the Frangrin only put a small percentage of their forces to actually fight the humans, and we still couldn't even beat them properly. So it just sort of shows how bad the Raggers are, because the Frangrin are basically losing to the Raggers, and we couldn't even beat like 1/5 of the Frangrin, which shows how like mean these raggers are, which I really like. As aliens, they're nice, nasty aliens, which I do like, having a bad enemy that, you know, turns you into soup and eats you, basically. The raggers turn up, as in the blurb. They attack a city, pull the humans into fight. Now you just see Griffin and Conway. They get pulled into the fight. They have to then work with some Frangrin, God names, they have to work with Frangrin to fight the raggers. Now basically the Unity League are pretty much pulled into the war because they haven't been involved since they've made peace with the Frangrin. They've stopped fighting because a bit of politics and stuff, like the Frangrin have got better technology than the humans, and the humans want the technology, so they won't help until they get the technology, and they won't give it's just, you know, general stuff that happens. But now, you know, now they've been pulled in, and it's interesting, it's good. I enjoyed the world building. You learn a bit more about the Frangrin, which was nice. You know, they're like big dog bears. You learn more about them. You learn a little bit about the humans. The military and the humans are liked. That's what it comes across as. At the beginning, like they're in a movie, like a TV set or whatever, about to talk about what happened basically in the first book, sort of, you know, try and promote the military a bit more, because people like the military. They like, because, you know, the dogs were just butchering the humans to a degree. And it goes basically south from there. You learn a lot more about the raggers. The raggers, they're really, really interesting. You even get a glimpse of another species, but you don't, it's like a little, like, blink and you miss it sort of thing. It's not spoiling nothing because you don't see anything. You just know there's like another species out there. But it's not like, oh, there's a looming species, just like a random dead alien. No, so that's interesting. The world building and all that stuff, I really enjoyed it. You're building on the other book with the action and all the fighting and the bit of information just flowed. There was no like dull moment where you're like, you know, flip through pages. I was just reading, next one, reading, next one. Right, my alley. Absolutely love this book, just the way it is. So I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 for the world building and story. Characters, good old characters. Got Captain Jake Griffin, and bear with me, Lieutenant Dominguez, I think it's Dominguez. The first one I butchered it, I think it's Dominguez. They're the pilots, they're the ones who fly the Starburner, which then crashes, it says in the thing, dies up, so then they have to do other stuff. And then you've got Conway, Lockhart, I think it's 3 other guys. I can't remember their names because I'm terrible at remembering names. But they're all quite, I think one other guys, there's 3 of them who are in the front, you know, they're in the front. 2 of them are just sort of like there, their names pop up, they're in the action. But then you've got 2 more characters of the Frangrin are involved. So you've got like the 2 pilots, the 2 Marines, and the 2 Frangrin. So you've got 6 characters that are always doing stuff. So it's a nice little pool, but there's you learn a lot of information, you get a lot of stuff from them, and I liked it. So with all 6 of them, you learn a lot more, which I like. It's really good. The characters that the way they mesh and where they've got to interact with the Frangrin, because none of these guys have ever been there and spoke to a Frangrin. You know, they've never been like, yo, how you doing, whatever. You know, they've either just killed each other, you know, killed a few people who might be grumbling, but that's about it. Like, they haven't had no interactions. So now it's just like, you know, it's just really good. Like the way the Frangrin act as the aliens, you know what I mean? They have a few funny moments, and they're all about honour, but there was, you know, they've got some little bits. I liked it. It was good. All the characters were nice. I was happy. They just, you know, I wasn't bogged down with loads of character development all the time. You know, the action's going, bit of characters doing a bit talking, moving on, talking, you know, it's just everything kept moving, which I liked. So I'll give that 4 out of 5 as well. The battles, they were big battles, they were small battles. You're fighting hallways, corridors, going upstairs, downstairs, up, shooting overstairs, back, ships jumping on each other, blowing each other. There's planets, not planets being blown up, there's planets burning, then there's bases burnt, and just, death, destruction, aliens and ships and shoot. Oh, lovely. Absolutely loved it. 4.5 out of 5. Loved it. Just death and destruction all over the place. I can't be more happy. I want a space opera, military sci-fi action. That's what I got. I'm really chuffed with this. Technologies, machines of war. You've got big ships, little ships, new stuff. You've got the Frangrin. They've got loads more technology. They've got some new advancements which help them track down the Raggers. So, you know, you got pushing a few more technologies. The humans, nothing, because you're not anything to do with the humans. You know, the world got bombed or burnt or whatever at the beginning. So there's nothing new from the humans. The Raggers, they've got technology all over the place. You learn, or not you learn, but they're a lot more advanced than what the humans are, and obviously the Frangrin. I mean, sorry, it's really just good. There's a lot of ships. The newest stuff with ships. There's no like suits or new weapons or anything like that. You see just new ships, and I like that. Again, I like ships. So So I'll give that a 4 out of 5. Aliens and who the enemy are, because they're not all bad aliens. Frangrin, basically big dog bear things, are huge. That's what I envisioned. Like they got like a dog, but big grizzly bear. You know what I mean? They're hungry things. They're huge, great lumps. You know, big hands. They dig and rip you up, and you know, a big bear dog. You know, I thought they're quite cool. I like them. Now, the Raggers, I believe they're very slender. They've got long limbs, very slender boy, long limbs. They're pretty much naked, unless they've got the suits on. They've got needle-like teeth, and they have an interaction with one. Words today are terrible. And it's got like meat in its teeth and stuff, because they're carnivores. You know, they like to eat. It says obviously bits of meat from, you know, who the people they've captured and killed. Yeah, that's interesting. I like them. The aliens are good. The bad aliens are bad. Another thing, so they're called Raggers, and the reason why they're called Raggers is because when the humans first met them, the Raggers hissed Raggers back at the humans, so the humans just call them Raggers, but it's actually like the Raggers are actually calling the humans Raggers, so they probably just call them humans in Ragger language. Which is quite a fun little thing in the thing. Anyway, so yeah, so that's that. So I'll give that a 4.5 out of 5 as well. I really enjoyed the aliens. You learn more about the Frangrin. You learn more about the Raggers. It really builds on the Raggers. They really are a bad species. They're arseholes, and you just want to, you know, that they need to be gone. Basically, they're not very nice. Yeah. So this book was so much fun to read. Really enjoyed it. As I said, I've got the third one, which is Havoc Squad. Just bought the fourth one. Can't remember what the fourth one's called. Get the third one. Get the first one if you haven't read it. It's good. It's about 300 something pages, 400 something pages, I believe. Let me just have a check on what it was. Of course, just completely lied. Yeah, 300 pages. So whatever that is, that a novella or is that? It's not. I don't know what that is. But get it. It's good. If you just want fast-paced action, killing, fighting, good stuff, do it. Yes, this was a 4.5 out of 5 book for me. I really enjoyed it. And it's good. I enjoyed it. Get it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, reading. Please like if you do. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Goodbye. In case we'll get upset because I'm like, oh my god. No, okay. Right, anyway, see you later. Thank you. Bye bye. No, fuck it, let's push on. So we've got to the next one now. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna turn it off. I can't remember what they look like, to be honest. The Raggers have come, and they're the dredge of the universe, and the Unity League is about to find out. Do you know what really annoys me? Where like they try and make it out like, you know, they're fighting in like a few galaxies, and it's like, oh, it's the universe. It's like, you know, there's the Milky Way, and there's like, I think it's 100,000 million galaxies to a super galaxy, and there's like hundreds of thousands or 100 million super galaxies to the known universe of what we can actually see, and the universe is different. It really annoys me. It's like, the dredge of the universe. It's like, what, you're fighting like 3 galaxies and that's the universe. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Rant. I'm going to start again. So